Good morning, YouTube. I believe I filmed my last foundation routine like this first thing in the morning when I was getting ready for work anyway. So I just figured I'd do the same because it makes sense. Obviously, I have to do my whole foundation anyway. Everything that I use that I'm going to use today in this video is what I've been using, and I am probably happier with my foundation routine now than I have ever been. Although I've done several of these videos because I change it all the time, I really am happy with what I'm doing right now. The first thing I'm going to start with is the Hard Candy out of breath. I don't know why. Sheer Envy Skin Perfecting Primer, which this I'm not married to. I change my primer up all the time. I have a Tarte one that I really like. Two Tarte ones I really like. And I have this one. This just happens to be here. Just a little bit I use. I'll just spread this all over. I also like to get it like kind of into my eyebrows because somehow I got it on my head, but it makes my eyebrow powder last a bit longer. I don't know if that's true, but can't hurt. So I'm filming this kind of in a different location. It's kind of odd, so I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. The foundation I'm using is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup in the color tan, which I'm assuming by the time I run out of this, I'm a little nasally because I just woke up. I'm sorry, but I'm assuming that by the time I run out of this foundation, I will need to go a shade lighter because this is definitely a summer color. But for now, it's just kind of helping me ease my way back into pasty because I love a good tan and I really don't have one anymore. Anyway, so I just pour a little bit out on my hand. It comes out really fast and you don't need hardly any of this. Like I probably could have gotten away with a little bit less than that. You don't need very much of this makeup. And to apply it, I'm using the e.l.f. powder brush with the flat top. I do change my foundation application up all the time. Sometimes I use a flat one like this. This is disgustingly filthy. That's why I'm not using it today. This is from Revlon. Sometimes I just use my fingers. But I do really like this brush. I've been consistently kind of using it off and on with my foundation since I got it, and I do like it. So, plus it's completely synthetic, which always get a synthetic brush for your foundation. So it just kind of sits on top. It doesn't eat your makeup. Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I just kind of stipple it all about. I don't even know if you can see that, but that's what I'm doing. Make sure I get it down into here, especially because it's a little bit dark for me right now. And then I just kind of buff it. I have to hold the brush up here because it's getting a little loose in the barrel. It was only $3. This foundation, I can't even tell you how much I love it. It feels wonderful. Every time I put it on my face, it feels like a treat. And the coverage is great. Like, it's really good coverage. And you see, I really didn't even need all that on my hands. But I'll use it anyway, just in case. Okay. At this point, if I had any blemishes, which I have a little bit of, I don't know what the hell that's about right there. I will use my Hard Candy Glamoflauge concealer. I've been using this for the last couple of weeks. I like it. It's in the color tan as well. It's very thick and very full coverage. You only need a very tiny bit, so be careful. So I'm just gonna take a tiny bit, like that much on the back of my hand. Okay, so I've been using this fluffy, just a blending eyeshadow brush from, this one's from Target, but you can use whatever. And like I said, again, just a teensy bit. Just kind of dab the tip in. This stuff's just super thick. And I can't do this into the camera. I have to use the mirror. Like, I don't know if you can see how much coverage I'm just getting from that little tiny bit that I used. This concealer for me, at least now until the winter comes and I'm paler, is much more of just an under eye concealer because it's a bit light. And this is the darkest color they have, which is tan. But it blends okay. I guess I'll just take the rest under my eye. I don't do this every day either with under eye concealer. It's just if I'm especially tired, I usually will. But I don't do it every single day. But since I have concealer on my hand anyway, And I take it down into a triangle because tend to get bags under my eyes. More than dark circles, I get like bags. The darkness I get is really in this area, the tear duct. Okay, completed. For powder, I've been using and loving the CoverGirl Professional Loose Powder. This is the color Translucent Medium, but it pretty much is translucent. Just a loose powder, pour some out. And the brush I've been using for powder, just because, is just this one. This is from Walmart, I think. I was using it for bronzer for a while, but then I changed how I was applying my bronzer, so just started using this for powder. Whatever powder brush is fine. It's pretty messy. And although I have dry skin, I always set my makeup. I feel like it doesn't last if I don't, so I always hear people saying, like, if you have dry skin, don't set your makeup with powder, but I always set my makeup with powder. I just breathed in some powder, but whatever. Ooh. And I feel like on camera I'm looking extremely pale. I don't know why it's making me look so white, but perhaps at the end I'll find some better lighting, maybe. Like I look white as a ghost in this, like when I'm looking at my display here. And I'm not. Not yet, at least. Anyway, once that's done, the next thing I do is bronzer. Again, this is something, I'm not married to this particular bronzer. I try to change my bronzer up every day because I just do. This is Park Avenue Princess. And I've been using this back and forth, though, kind of alternating between this and the e.l.f. one. This is a really nice bronzer. I like it a lot. It does have a shimmer, though, so if you're into totally matte, this is not for you. And I've just been using this huge brush to apply it. And I've talked about this, I feel like, in every one of my past foundation routines. I love bronzer, and I'm liberal with it. So, obviously, not everyone wants to use as much as I do. I start all the way back here by my ear, kind of in circular motions, right into the hollow of my cheek. Start building it forward. And then it becomes broader, and I bring it kind of up in a C. And this gives you a little bit of contour, but just like a whole lot of bronzer too. So, to the other side. And then I take my bronzer. I put my bronzer everywhere. Put a little bit up at the hairline, a little bit down the nose and across it, a little bit across the eyes, a little bit across the chin, and then a little bit under the chin. Just be sure to blend. That's the most important thing. Okay, done. And then with blush, again, I change my blush every day. At least I try to. It's a e.l.f. blush in the color Berry Merry. Looks like this. It's beautiful berry color. The light sucks right now in here. I wonder if I turn this light off if it'll... no. Let's try this. No. Okay, well, the light just sucks. Sorry. There's like no sunlight today, so I'm sorry. It's a beautiful berry color, tons of sparkle, so I'm not going to do a highlighter today, but normally, obviously, I'd have my highlighter after my blush. This is the Pointed Blush Brush S205 from Crown. I love this brush for blush. Yeah. Okay, I make a stupid smile. Like, not a true smile, a stupid one. Like that. And then I just kind of stipple it where I want it to be, and then just buff it out. I wear my blush kind of high, and definitely in a kind of angle. I know that looks ridiculous, but... Okay, then I just pat off my brush again. And buff it out. This is a really, really pretty blush. And that's pretty much it. Foundation complete. So my attempt to find better lighting was a complete failure. I look even more pale and washed out now. I'm sitting by the window. Um, yeah, so you're just gonna have to trust me. I don't look white as a ghost. You can see my blush and you can see my bronzer. Sorry about that lighting problem. Anyway, have a good day, and that's it.